Моя фамилия Федоров Евгений Николаевич.
My name is Evgeny Fedyor. I am a senior sergeant. I served in the 810th Marine Brigade, Military Unit 13140, the city of Sevastopol. In 2024, I signed a contract with the Ministry of Defense of Russia and was in Sevastopol in the Marine Corps, 810th Brigade. After that, I was in the Kherson region. From the Kherson region, we were transferred to reinforce the state border in Kursk. We took our positions on August 5th, on the same day that the counter-offensive of the Ukrainian troops began, in the Kursk region particularly. We arrived in the Kursk region and were told the situation near the border was controlled. Everything was quiet, there were no hostilities, no fighting, nothing. We took positions in some village and were told to get ready for winter. Well, that's what they told us. It was as if you were going to a different location. We had no information at all about what was going on here. The day we arrived on the 5th was when the offensive began. We were sent to control the position, and as soon as we approached the road, mortar shelling started right away. We were attacked by mortars and artillery. The impression was that they were waiting for us to come in, and the shelling started immediately. After a certain period of time, maybe half an hour, we heard on the radio that there was a fighting going on where we had come from. So we were already encircled, almost within an hour, as soon as we entered the village. After that, armored personnel carriers arrived and started shooting at us with large-caliber machine guns, rifles, everything possible. Logically, we were told to withdraw and go back, but since we had to go under fire for about 10 kilometers, we had to take a long way around. Understandably, we started to retreat, and for 3 days and 3 nights we were coming out of the encirclement, and in the end we still ran into the already prepared positions of the Ukrainian armed forces. How were you treated? The Ukrainian armed forces treated us well. I mean, nobody beat us up or anything like that. They took us prisoners. Let's say they tied us up, but this is a normal action of any armed forces. Then they took us, I don't know, with closed eyes to some forest belt, as I understood, on the territory of Ukraine. Of course, we believed in what we were told about them, that they cut off limbs, fingers and other body parts, torture, but nothing like that happened. There were no physical assaults at all. The only thing was that I was tied up. In your opinion, why does Russian propaganda make you believe in all that? Well, that's because they don't want us to surrender. That's why everyone gets grenades. Just in case, one to have with you. I mean, if you're captured, you have to blow yourself up. Why do you think the official authorities try to avoid any information about the Kursk region at all? After all, it is Russian territory, not Ukraine. Well, maybe they doesn't believe yet in what has happened and in the failure of Russian defense in this particular area. Why is this not being mentioned in the press? I can't even explain that. Either the losses are too big for the whole country, since so many conscripts died. In fact, the biggest part of those who served were conscripts, and they were not supposed to be there at all. By order of President Putin, they were not supposed to be there. In order not to spark hatred, anger, or something else, maybe that is why everything is kept silent. But at the same time, the internet is working, probably everything is being posted, and you can see it all there. People understand what's going on, they can see the real situation. Probably after my interview, when I come home, I'll be arrested for 10 years. Well, don't worry about it. Why? It's clearly written in the contract that during this period we must not speak badly about our armed forces. If not, you will be imprisoned for 5 years. Since this state is an apparatus of violence, this state and authority do not win from people expressing their opinions. If they express a lot of opinions, there will be sleeper cells rising up. Many revolutions took place in our former Soviet republics because of that. I don't know, maybe that's why. The security services are worried about their own lives first and foremost, and not about ordinary people. Those who was mobilized since 2022, nobody wants to fight, nobody wants to take part in this war. Let's say 90%. Maybe there are some people who want war, those who can't live without it. Well, these people, let's say, are simply sick. There were some talks or rumors that the end of our serving will be in autumn. Now that all of this has happened in the Kursk region, I don't know how it will be. It was told that if you are a builder, then you will dig the trenches. If you are a tanker, you will be on tanks. And if you are an artilleryman, you are a mortar man. And so on. You know what I mean. But really, they are trying to cover the losses using all those mobilized. And our men think that they will serve in their specialty and will not take part in hostilities. But as you can see, we were on the front line where you captured us.